Spoiler warning. This article contains spoilers for Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building. After the 2022 Emmy nominations were released, Steve Martin spoke to the New York Times about Selena Gomez not receiving an acting nom for Only Murders in the Building. Both Martin and Martin Short were nominated for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. Martin said, "We're thrilled at the nominations, not only for us but for the show. We're dismayed that Selena was not nominated because she's so crucial to our performances, really." Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building has a long list of new characters, but thanks to the murder mystery tone of the series, it makes sense that not everyone is likable. Some characters play a larger role than others, but they all contribute something crucial to the race to figure out Bunny Folger's murder. Detective Krebs. The trio meets Detective Krebs when he's working on solving Bunny's murder, and when compared to the best Only Murders in the Building Season 2 characters, he's definitely tough to like. Krebs acts like Mabel is guilty from the moment that he meets her, and he continually insults her and tells her to be nervous about what will happen. As Season 2 wraps up, Mabel learns that Krebs is the person she calls Glitter Guy, and she wonders what his involvement in the case really is. Since he becomes a major person of interest, that makes it impossible to root for him as well. Jimmy Russo. Mabel used to work with Jimmy Russo in a restaurant kitchen, who was a guest on Cinda Canning's podcast and lies that Mabel deliberately chopped off his finger. Mabel explains that he was inappropriate with her, and when she stood up for herself, he had an accident. From the way that he treated Mabel to the fact that he's trying to be the center of attention and get Mabel in trouble, there is nothing lovable about Jimmy. He only appears on the series briefly, but his short appearance is enough to prove that he's terrible. Amy Schumer. While Amy Schumer's appearance is funny, as she tells Oliver her goal of making his podcast into a TV show, she doesn't seem like a particularly nice or likable character. Amy is full of herself and steamrolls Oliver during their conversations. Maybe if Amy was a bigger part of Season 2, viewers would find out more about her and she would seem easier to care about. But since she appears briefly, she seems harsh and power-hungry and nowhere near as sweet as the main trio. Nina Lynn. Nina Lynn is likable in some ways but also makes some harsh choices. She's a layered character who likes her new powerful position as the head of the Arconia board, where she suggests to the sweet doorman that she might make his job obsolete. Nina redeems herself by suggesting that she give the beloved doorman another kind of job, and she's clearly someone who cares about her newborn baby. Nina can be too aggressive and tough, as she knew that Bunny didn't want to retire after all, but she didn't care. Alice Banks. There are many great Only Murders in the Building guest stars, and Alice Banks plays a key role in Season 2. Alice is a tricky character who changes completely from her first appearance to episode 9 of the series. Mabel is excited about their new romance and likes spending time with her, as they both love art, but Alice hurts her deeply. From telling lies to creating art about Bunny's murder, Alice starts off as a likable character and then becomes someone who has disappointed Mabel. Since Mabel has always struggled to connect with others and feel like people care about her and are on her side, this is particularly upsetting. Joy. When Charles goes to work on the set of the Brazos reboot, he sees his makeup artist and friend Joy again. Joy always worked closely with Charles and they're thrilled to see each other again, although briefly since he doesn't have much screen time. While Joy only gets a few scenes, she seems sweet, and she's an important character since Charles feels terribly about not being a bigger part of the new show. Charles doesn't feel respected anymore, but at least he's able to see a friendly face and someone who was a meaningful part of his old life. Ivan and Bunny became friendly when she always came into the diner near the Arconia. In an episode about Bunny's final hours, she gave Ivan some money to help him out, which allowed viewers to see Bunny as a better person than she previously seemed to be. In a more hilarious scene, Ivan gives Oliver several containers of dip during the blackout in New York City, proving how thoughtful he is. Ivan is one of the most innocent new Season 2 characters, as he works hard, cares about his customers, and seems to want to be a good, caring person. He seemed like a bright spot in Bunny's lonely and difficult life, and she liked talking to him at the restaurant as much as she enjoyed the food. Jonathan. The Season 2 cast of Only Murders in the Building includes many new faces, and in Episode 8 Hello Darkness, Howard Morris has a love interest named Jonathan. The two ask each other for batteries and then spend a fun evening chatting and learning that they have a lot in common, as Jonathan is a singer and Howard is part of a musical troupe. Jonathan would love to be a children's librarian, and Howard shares that he works at a library. While viewers won't know who Bunny's killer is until the Season 2 finale is available, and anyone could have been the killer, for now, Jonathan seems like a kind and smart person. It's moving seeing Howard connect with someone. Mabel's father. Mabel doesn't share a lot about her past with her new friends, but in some flashback scenes in Season 2, fans find out that she lost her dad at a young age. No one told Mabel that her dad was sick, and she thought that he was just being neglectful and unfair. Mabel is still haunted by the emotional experience of visiting him in the hospital and realizing what was going on. Mabel's father did his best with what he had and always wanted Mabel to feel loved and cared for. He taught her the importance of being smart and using her perceptive powers, and it's clear that he had a big influence on her coming of age. Rose Cooper. One of Shirley MacLaine's best roles includes starring as Rose Cooper on Only Murders in the Building. At first, she seems to be Bunny's mother Leonora Folger, as she tells everyone that's who she is. But Charles discovers her real self and they have a serious, real conversation about her love for Charles' father. Rose is a strong, intelligent, lovable person who is a talented artist who ran away from her husband who treated her horribly. When she shows Charles a secret painting of Charles and his dad standing in front of the beautiful Arconia, Charles realizes that his dad wasn't perfect but loved him, which is so meaningful to Charles. Lucy. Charles' stepdaughter Lucy is definitely the greatest new character in Season 2 of the hit show. She's spunky, hilarious, and starts opening up more. It's hard for Charles to hear how unhappy she is about her mom's new marriage, and he wants to be there for her. Lucy is honest about what she feels and doesn't shy away from telling the trio what she thinks, which makes her a compelling and fun new character. It's hard not to empathize with Lucy's family situation and hope she finds some peace.
You did or you were great. We can go back to mine if you want to. You look so good. I want to do that. breath. Oh,